Good morning. Today I'm going to discuss other bodies of water, which is the continuation of Melanie's report in Module 3, Lesson 2, Waters of the Earth or Hydrosphere. Other bodies of water. First is the lake. Lake is a large body of water that is slowly moving or standing water that occupies an inland basin of appreciable size. So, I know na familiar naman sa ato ang lake because it is just like a basin nga nagpundo ang tubig. In our eyes, makita nato nga nagpundo ang tubig. But reality, ang water ana is nag-move slowly. Dili lang nato mahalata nga nag-move siya. It's because of the appreciable size ani. And also, sa iksitanan sa tubig is so makitid. That is why slow lang ang pag-flow sa water. So para dili malibog, no? Lake is a body of water that is surrounded by land, and that is what we called an inland basin or inland water basin. But dili pud tanan lake ha is naka-basin type because naapoy mga lake nga pahaba siya pero naka-enclose and surrounded by land gihapon. Lake can also be small and large. As far as I know, ang small lake also called pond and the large lake ang tawag kasagaran ana niya is sea because lake can also be a fresh water and salt water. So it is an example of lake. Caspian Sea is the largest inland body of water that lies in eastern part of Europe at the border of Europe and Asia, with the Caucasus Mountain to the west side Ani and steppes of Central Asia to the east. It is bordered by Russia to the northwest, Azerbaijan to the west, Iran to the south, Turkmenistan to the southeast, and Kazakhstan to the northeast. Another example of lake is the Lake Superior, known for its sparkling waves and rugged shorelines, and contain more water than other Great Lakes combined. Actually, there are five Great Lakes: Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Ontario, Lake Erie, and the Lake Superior. Kanang naka-red circle, that is the Lake Superior. Siya ang pinakadako and an upper lake or northernmost lake that contains more water biskan pag i-combine ang water sa uban Great Lakes, dili gihapon malabwan ang water ni Lake Superior kay siya po di ay ang pinaka-deepest lake. The northernmost lake and less affected by invasive species, habitat degradation, and other human-driven changes. The deepest and coldest Great Lake. It is located in the borders of Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan's Upper Peninsula, and the Canadian province of Ontario. For more information, there are about 200 rivers nga nakakonekta sa Lake Superior or feed into Lake Superior that have an average drop of water that will travel around the lake for 191 years before pa siya mo-exit through the Solax on St. Mary's River. Lake Victoria is the largest tropical lake and second largest freshwater lake. It is found in the border of Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda, and the northern side of lake touches the equator. It covers a total area of 68,800 square kilometers and with a maximum depth of 80 meters. It is relatively shallow. Dead Sea is another example of lake, also called as Salt Lake. It is bordering Jordan to the east and Israel to the west. Its surface and shores are 427 meters below sea level, the Earth's lowest elevation on land. The Dead Sea is 306 meters deep, the deepest hypersaline lake in the world. Dead Sea is saltier than other typical sea, with 34.2% salinity. In 2011 pa na siya na record. Next is Lake Baikal. Lake Baikal is a 3.15 million hectare, the oldest with 25 million years and deepest with 1,700 meters lake in the world. It contains 20% of the world's total unfrozen freshwater reserve. No, so as you can see sa picture, Lake Baikal is clearly froze, but it holds the world's total unfrozen fresh water with 20%. It is also known as Galapagos of Russia. Its age and isolation have produced one of the world's richest and most unusual freshwater faunas, which is exceptional value to evolutionary science. Lake Baikal is situated in southeast Siberia, part of Russia. These are the another example of lake. World's largest inland seas and lakes. Lake Huron, found in North America, with approximate area of 59,600 square kilometers or 23,000 square miles. Lake Michigan in North America, with approximate area of 57,800 square kilometers or 22,300 square miles. Lake Tanganyika in Africa, with approximate area of 32,900 square kilometers or 12,700 square miles. Great Blue Lake in North America, with approximate area of 31,790 square kilometers or 12,270 square miles. Great Slave Lake in North America, with approximate area of 28,570 square kilometers or 11,030 square miles. Another bodies of water is Gulf. It is a portion of ocean that penetrates land. So, it is a body of water that has deep inlet of the sea nga naka-enclosed by land on three sides. Something ana with narrow opening. Something like nakaano siya ba kanang sudlunon gani siya because it penetrates by land man gud si Gulf. Iba si Gulf kay Bay because si Gulf vary greatly in size, shape, and depth, generally larger and more deeply indented than bays. Like bays, they often make excellent harbors. So, like sa bays, in Gulf, naapod diri ang some harbors, mga excellent harbors, mga pantalan, something ana, mga dunggoanan sa barko, something ana nila. It is an example of Gulf. Gulf of Mexico or Mexico is a geographic area and a body of water that forms the so-called third coast of contiguous United States. Ngano Gulf of Mexico siya pero third coast of contiguous United States ang tawag because most city of United States kay naka-border sa Gulf of Mexico. These are the Alabama, Texas, Louisiana, Florida, and Mississippi. The countries that surround the Gulf of Mexico are United States, Mexico, and Cuba. It is roughly oval shaped with long dimension of 950 miles or 1,500 kilometers, and the area is about 615,000 square miles or 1.6 million square kilometers. So for more than 500 years, the Gulf of Mexico has played key roles in the economic and political development of United States, Cuba, and Mexico because it is a major source of oil production and natural gas production. So, mao pud ning nakapahatag sa ila didto og progress. Another example is Persian Gulf region. Iran, Oman, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, and Iraq. These are the countries nga nakapalibot sa Persian Gulf region. Actually, they are located in West Asia or Middle East. It contains an estimated 50% of the world's oil reserves and thus plays a strategic geopolitical role. So, just like the Gulf of Mexico, Persian Gulf region contributed to the economic development of those countries as they are the world's largest oil producers. Next, another bodies of water is sea. defined as a portion of the ocean that is partly surrounded by land. So, kabalo naman to no, na si sea and ocean are different. Ang ocean is large body of water that almost occupied our planet. Even sa globe, makita nato na ang blue part that entirely cover the globe is what we call an ocean. So, to recall lang ha, there are five ocean, di ba? Si Arctic Ocean, Southern Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, and the Pacific Ocean. The sea, part siya sa ocean. Nasa gilid na part ng ocean na nakonektahan na og land. That is sea. There are 50 seas around the world. Include those bodies of water that not always thought as seas, such as the Gulf of Mexico and the Hudson Bay. So, these are the examples of sea and ocean. Ang average depth and area nila is naka-descending order na. Naka-order sila based sa ilang depth and area. So, Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Austronesian Central Asia, Gulf of Mexico and Caribbean Sea, Mediterranean and Black Seas, Bering Sea, Sea of Okhotsk, Hudson Bay, North Sea, Baltic Sea, Irish Sea, and English Channel. Bay is another bodies of water that is partially surrounded by land, smaller and less enclosed than a gulf. So just like what I have said earlier, bay is different from a gulf. Though momo sila og forma, but si gulf is large, has deep inlet, naka-enclosed by land, and have a narrow opening. While si bay is small, have wide opening, then less enclosed, meaning partially surrounded by land lang si bay. The mouth of the bay, where meets the ocean or lake, is typically wider than that of a gulf. So yeah, si bay has a wider opening and same kay gulf na asa diri ang mga harbors or pantalan. It is an example of bay. Bay of Bengal is the largest bay in the world, is a sea that is part of the northeastern Indian Ocean. Hindu pilgrims bath where the sacred Ganges River empties into Bay of Bengal. This bay is played important role sa histories of the nations nga nakapalibot ani niya. Sa India, sa Bangladesh, sa Myanmar, sa Indonesia. It's because diri nila ginabuhat ang mga traditional practices nila. Just like sa mga Hinduism, most commonly sa India, no? Diri sila maligo kung mag-purifying sila. If ever gani nga empty dito sa Ganges River, sa Bay of Bengal sila maligo. So next, waterfall, also called cascades. River or other body of waters steep fall over a rocky ledge into a plunge pool below. Waterfalls themselves also contribute to erosion. So, kabalo naman to no kung unsa ni si waterfall. Kay daghan na diri sa Pilipinas. There's a lot of famous waterfalls here in the Philippines like Maria Cristina Falls, Pansanhan Falls, Tinoyan Falls, ug daghan pa. Then, napadyoy mga new discoveries. So these are the other example of waterfalls. Angel Falls, located in Venezuela, with a height of 979 meters. Tugela Falls, located in South Africa, with a height of 948 meters. Tres Hermanas in Peru, with a height of 914 meters. Cataratas Las Oloyopina Falls in United States, with a height of 900 meters. Yumbela Catarata in Peru, with a height of 896 meters. Vinofossen in Norway, height of 860 meters. And Balaifossen in Norway, with a height of 580 meters. The last one is canal, which became part of bodies of water. Canal is a man-made waterway that allow boats and ships to pass from one body of water to another. Dili ni siya kanal na makita nato sa kilid ha, na sometimes labayanan og basura. Canal is a big man-made waterway nga pwede agian sa mga bangka, barko, or mga ferry boat dira. Canal are also used to transport water for irrigation and other human uses. So, si kanal pod ang madali-dali og gamit for transportation even sa ancient time. It is used as AC passage for transporting products from one place to another. Example ani is ang Grand Canal sa China na gigamit pa sa mga Chinese and Mongols. Another example of canals are Baltic White Sea of Russia with 227 kilometers or 141 miles, 1933 year opened. Suez of Egypt with 163 kilometers or 101 miles, 1869 year opened. Albert of Belgium with 130 kilometers or 81 miles, 1939 year opened. Moscow of Russia with 129 kilometers or 80 miles, 1937 year opened. Volga-Don of Russia with 101 kilometers or 63 miles, 1957 year opened. North Otsiki, 98 kilometers or 61 miles, 1895 year opened. Germany Gotha of Sudan with 87 kilometers or 54 miles, 1832 year opened. So that would be all for our report in Lesson 2, Module 3. I hope that you learned something new about our discussion. Thank you and God bless.